I am Ken Secor, the Director of the Albany County Veteran Services Bureau. Welcome to our monthly Honor a Vet ceremony. For the month of November, we have the pleasure of honoring Gregory M. Woodward, who served in the U.S. Marine Corps.
As a Marine, Woody exemplified unfailing honor, courage, and commitment, making him a true example of the Corps, whose standards are high and whose ranks are few. His life was devoted to service and support, not only in the Corps, but here at home.
You know, not just the fact that he served our country, he was a Marine. He served from 1989 to 93. He was in Somalia, combat vet. But what he gave back to the community and the influence he left on generations to come. From being not just a football player, good sports player in high school, but to going to the Metro Maulers, to going on and continuing to coach kids, not just in wrestling, but in football. To always giving back, starting his own company, and to his children. That you have someone that you can look up to, and you can see that no matter where you are in life, no matter what you do, you still can have that influence on somebody.
There's an impact that he made in those years that he lived amongst us that are recognized as truly virtuous and define him as an outstanding individual. So this morning we say thank you to an individual of greatness, to Corporal Gregory M. Woodward, or Woody, someone who gave of himself at a tender age, left the comforts of home and familiarity of hometown, and penned his own love story on behalf of the nation. His strength, his courage, undeniable patriotism, as evidenced through the service in the Marines, made his mark on behalf of this nation.
He did it voluntarily. He did it without anyone pushing him. And we owe the next generation, Chloe and Jackson, we owe you a debt. We owe you something for giving your father to us to serve in the Marines.
It is amazing to see, to hear the stories. And by the way, I agree, growing up, there was always that certain mystique about the Marines. So he must have been one hell of a soldier. And I'm sorry we didn't have him here longer, but he has certainly left an impact. And I can only imagine how hard it is. I think there's nothing harder than to outlive your own child. So my heart goes out to you, but I also want you to know that it's very fitting, and I think it's wonderful to have somebody who was here with us such a short time on earth, that it's this month that we are celebrating Corporal Woodward's life.
For us to be able to this month honor a Marine veteran who I can only imagine how you felt when you learned he was being deployed to Somalia. We all remember the news, and that was very challenging times. And we do the best that we can to give our kids all that we can to be able to go out there and find their way. And for him to have found his way to serve our country is something that's really amazing, and it speaks to the values of his family.
There's a part of Greg's life that has a lot to do with the town of Colony. I'm sure we have many people in the town of Colony that knew him well, played football with him, not only at Colony but with the Metro Maulers. And what a great role model, coaching kids in Pop Warner, Colony Pop Warner, Colony High School.
I've said this before, and anybody who knew Greg knew that he gave more than he took in his life. His kids were the most important things to him. He loved football, but not as much as he loved his children. And they have great memories of him, as do we. And I just want to thank everybody here that attended. It's far more than I ever expected, and we do appreciate it. Thank you.